Hey y'all, Deanna Fierce here, bringing you another video with some awesome tips. So today I am going to be talking about how to avoid looking awkward in your photos. But before we dig into the topic of today, first I have to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my video. Thank you for finding your way to my channel, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. If you are returning, what's up? Thank you for coming back, and I hope that you really enjoy the tips. If so, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like the videos that are your favorite, and also share some comments below. I'll make sure I reply back to you, and also follow me on Instagram. You can comment there, you can leave me direct messages, you can even send me a direct email. Whatever suits your fancy, I'm here for you. All right, so let's get right into the topic for today. Okay, y'all, here we go. So the topic of today is how to avoid feeling awkward in your photos. So I'm going to share with you 4 tips, 4 actionable, effortless things that you can do to help you not feel as awkward when it comes to taking photos. Now, make sure you check out some of my other videos as well, and I share some other tips that go a little bit more in depth, and you can kind of find where you fit in terms of the tips that I share. So, first things first. Whenever you are getting ready, now I'm not talking about selfies, I'm not talking about taking little quick snapshots in the car. I'm talking about when you are going to be taking multiple photos in one setting. So say you are a fashion blogger or a style blogger, a lifestyle blogger, say you are an entrepreneur, say you're somebody that's trying to start your brand, say you are someone that wants to get started in modeling, say you're someone that wants to become an influencer online. Whatever it is, whatever type of photo shoot, whatever photos you are taking, these tips are going to help you feel good and not feel awkward in front of the camera. Tip number 1, warm up. So what's a warm up, right? Well, what I like to do is to literally warm up. So start to shake it out. Shake your arms out, shake your hands out. And I tell all of my clients whenever they're on set and they are taking pictures and they feel that their hands are starting to get like, I don't know what to do with my hands, shake them out. And I mean, physically shake your hands out. Depending on what your job is, whether you're in school, whether you're working, we're all doing things. Sometimes we have our phones a lot of times, we're just really closed in. That goes for your shoulders, it goes for your body. So it's really good to warm up before you have your photo, so you don't look stiff, so you don't look closed in, so you start to warm up and loosen up your arms, your legs, shake it out, take some steps, just something you can stand outside your car and just step in place. That's all you have to do to just start warming up. Move the arms, get loose, and shake it out. That's what I consider just getting warmed up. Also, we can't forget about the face. So I like to suck in some air, close my mouth, hold the air in my cheek, spread it into my cheek so it looks as if I'm packing my mouth full of food or if I'm rinsing my mouth out with Listerine. So I suck in air and circle it around, like stretch it from side to side. So to the left and to the right cheek. Here we go. What does that do? It loosens up your cheeks. It loosens up your face. It allows you to check in and say, okay, stretching it out. We might be doing a lot of smiling. We might be doing a lot of facial expressions in this photo shoot, so stretch it out because we still keep everything closed in. So just suck in some air, close your lips, press it from side to side in your cheek and feel what a difference that makes even in your mouth. Tip number 2 is to breathe. Not only to breathe when you're getting your photos taken, because a lot of times the photographer or the friend say, okay, you know, we're about to take your photos, 1, 2, 3. And we stop breathing. And it looks like we stop breathing. We don't want to do that. So take a few breaths, deep breaths, before the photographer says, okay, I'm about to shoot, or action. So what I do is take a deep breath in, and then out. So a good count that you can do is breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and then breathe out for 5. So 3, 3, 5. So breathe in, hold, then breathe it out. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in for 3, hold, breathe out for 5. Nice. It's going to get oxygen to start flowing. It's going to clear your mind. It's going to help you to relax and to loosen up. And then even when you get ready to take your photos, so say you have the location, you're ready, the photographer has taken his test shots, his or her test shots, you're ready to go. Still breathe. Take some deep breaths in, and then when they say action, breathe it out. Still breathe. So you don't have to do so much of breathing in when they're taking the shots versus you breathing out when they take the shots. So I just want to make sure that you're still breathing, because that's natural. It's something we do all the time. But when we stop and suck it in and we're not breathing, my body looks tense versus me. Nice and slow. All right, moving on. Tip number 3. I know y'all gonna say this is an obvious one, but I cannot tell y'all how important it is. Be yourself. Don't try to take photos and look like anyone else other than yourself. Now there's a difference with this. There's inspiration that you can get from other folks' photos. I do it all the time. You might see someone doing a certain posture or a certain pose or a location or a look or anything, a hairstyle. Hey, that's all good as long as you're using it for inspiration, not trying to literally mimic and copy the exact same thing that person has done. Because that takes you away from being the creative person. That takes you away from being yourself. And there is nothing else more beautiful and more eye-catching than someone that is being themselves in their photos. The camera picks up and sees everything. I've said that before. The camera see if you're not comfortable. The camera can see if you're not breathing. The camera can see if you're stiff. The camera can see if you're nervous, if you don't have a lot of confidence. The camera can see all those things. And the camera can also see whether you're not being yourself. The most fun and the most enjoyment comes from just being yourself. So show your personality in your photos. Smile, laugh, however it is that you do. If you like to scream and shout, show that in your photos. Don't take that away, because sometimes we get so caught into trying to look like everybody else and do what everybody else is doing. Why do that? They already got that handled. Do you. Be yourself, and don't be afraid to show your personality in your photos. Moving on to number 4, exercise your skill. So if you want to start feeling better and feeling less awkward in your photos, the only way you're going to be able to get rid of that feeling is to do it constantly, or to do it on a consecutive basis to where you're starting to feel comfortable with being on camera and not feeling as awkward. So maybe you started something for the first time. Maybe you went to college for the first time, the first day in class, or the first day walking into the gym, or first day doing something that you had not ever done before, and it was awkward. It was like, oh, everyone's looking at me, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh goodness, I'm gonna mess up. You remember that feeling of just feeling awkward and out of place? Well, that's only because you hadn't been there before. You hadn't done it before. But the more you went, or the more you attended classes, the more you went to the gym, the more you did whatever it was, I bet you started feeling better about it. Same thing goes with practicing how to feel comfortable in front of the camera. It takes practice. Now that doesn't mean you have to go and have a photo shoot like every day. Absolutely not. But what you can do is you can practice in front of a mirror. So whether it's a long mirror or just a small mirror, either way, practice. Practice breathing. Practice your postures. Practice moving. Practice warming up. Notice yourself, like try it out in front of the mirror, how you just come into the mirror and try not even warming up and do some poses. But then try warming up and then come back and watch yourself in front of the mirror do those same poses. take a look. You'll be able to see the difference. But that tells you that it takes time and it takes practice. The more practice you do, the better you will get. When I first started modeling, there was no way that I looked the same way that I look now when I take my photos in my very first shoot. I'm gonna have to go back and find these photos, y'all, for real, because y'all will be like, oh my gosh. But there was a complete difference. I had never done it before. I looked weird in a lot of my pictures because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But then as I started going more and practicing more in front of the mirror, it got better and better and better. And the same thing goes for you. Okay, y'all, quick recap on 4 tips that I have, 4 easy and effortless tips that you can do to help you to avoid feeling awkward in your photos, okay? Tip number 1 was to warm up. Loosen up, warm up. Tip number 2 was to make sure you're breathing. Do a few breaths before you start shooting and make sure you're still breathing when you're getting your photo taken. Tip number 3, be yourself and show your personality. That's what we want to see. And tip number 4, make sure you exercise your skill. Continue to practice. Practice in front of the mirror. Practice whenever you're sitting in the car. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, y'all, that is all that I have for you today in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you comment below. Like this video, share it with your friends, talk about it, and let everyone that you know that could use these tips to come and follow me here on my channel. So make sure you subscribe and also follow me on Instagram at DeannaFears. And make sure you check out the website, themodelingstandard.com. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.